Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got some American craft beer. We haven't had too much American lately, so it's good to have something. Aurora Brewing Co. They're out of New York, like upper state, I think. Anyway, they did a tap takeover for our Pint of Origin America at Carwin Cellars. And yeah, I wasn't able to make it because it was during a weekday. So they, I think they still have beers on tap there, and they've still got some tins in the fridge. But I managed to get an Imperial Stout. It says conditioned on coconut, cacao nibs, and Tahitian vanilla beans. So yeah, three of my favourite adjuncts. So hopefully it goes all right. It is. That can't be right. Says 7.5%. Surely that's not Imperial. I'm somewhat confused. It says 7.5% alcohol by volume, 16 fluid ounces, 1 pint. How the heck is it? Yeah, I wouldn't call that an Imperial Stout. Even on the forward hop sticker, it's got 7.5%. So yeah, let's get into it anyway. I've got my posh glassware. The ring pull on the can had a little split in it, and I was worried it wasn't going to open. Okay, that's the can artwork too. I don't think I really showed it. It's just got all the adjuncts like it's in space. Big coconut. Okay, appearance. So it's not quite jet black. I would say sort of dark chocolate, dark tan. It's got like a one finger, slightly tan head. Body, I would say medium. Carbonation, fairly light. Yeah, that's about it on appearance. Let's go a whiff. The lacing on the glass when you swirl it round is not too bad. I'm getting like cola vibes. So yeah, it's like caramel, brown sugar, chocolate. Not so much coffee on the nose. I'm not really getting coconut or vanilla on the nose either. In saying that, though, it is straight out of the fridge. I'm going to let it sort of warm a little. Maybe a little touch of coconut. But yeah, it's sort of more the roastiness. A little bit sweet. You can tell there's some adjuncts in there because there's some sweetness coming from somewhere. I feel like it's quite roasty, so if there wasn't any adjuncts, it'd be like a Russian Imperial sort of thing, but you can tell there's something sweet sort of balancing it out. But yeah, I'm sort of annoyed about that. Like they claim for it to be an Imperial Stout, and then it's only 7.5%. You sort of get like it's almost like a honey sweetness. It's almost like sometimes when you have a stout and it's got maple syrup, it could be like sort of oils coming from the cacao or the vanilla or the coconut. Yeah, it's definitely got those pastry vibes. I don't know if it's got lactose in it. But yeah, also too, this Aurora, I'd never had anything from them before. And I was like, dang, I'm gonna go a big Imperial Stout at 7.5%. Anyway, time for a taste. Let's get into it. Cheers. Ooh, the chocolate's really nice. So I feel I definitely got a lot of cacao nib then, like huge chocolate. And I feel like I'm getting some vanilla because of the sweetness. It might be like that toasted coconut where you just get it sort of faintly in the background. But yeah, that first sip was awesome. Very chocolate forward and like it tastes like milk chocolate. But yeah, you're still getting like that sort of Coca-Cola vibe. Sometimes with stouts, when you get that sort of medium body, they're like, yeah, like caramel brown sugar. It just gives off like Coca-Cola. I mean, even more so if it's like slightly fruity, because I feel like Coke's sort of like caramel, brown sugar, and some citrus. This doesn't have any sort of fruity qualities. I was tossing up because like I've worked this morning. I started real early again. I was tossing up whether to go a stout review first or a lunch, like a late lunch. And I was cooking up. Yeah, I was going to cook up some noodles, and they were real spicy chicken noodles. And I was like, probably best to have the stout first because I don't want my taste buds all messed up from like chili. So yeah, I think it'll work. Even if I sort of drink half of this and then just let it like sip on it a little later. Let's pour some more. I feel like this one's worthy of a photo, so I'll have to keep some. But yeah, can artwork, definitely pretty cool. Space vibes. It's funny, I keep thinking it's still warm weather. I'll get home from work, it's absolutely freezing at work, like in the mornings when I leave, because I'm going at like stupid times, 4 a.m. And then by the time I get home, the sun's out. So I'm like, oh, it must be real nice. And I'll have like shorts and a t shirt on. And then I'm sitting here like this now, absolutely free. Even the stout's real cold. But yeah, I'm longing for like more vanilla and more coconut. But yeah, so far that chocolate flavor is magical. Like really, really good. There's a lot of beers that have cacao nibs and they don't really hit. Sometimes you'll get them, they'll have cacao nibs, but they'll also have like that Dutch, like cooking chocolate. Oh, God. Tiredness. I thought there'd be a couple of Americans around at this time, but boy, was I wrong. Hopefully, some of my US mates watch this back. So yeah, it says that they've got. I think they've got two venues. One is it Syracuse or I don't know how it's pronounced. Sorry, I think it's Syracuse. And the one that's on this can is King Ferry. King Ferry looked like it was on like a yeah some sort of waterway, maybe a big lake or something. It's probably the original location. I'm not too sure, but I just can't believe it's only 7.5%. It's like false advertising. Like I don't know what I paid for this. I'm pretty sure it was expensive. It shouldn't have been as. Ugh, it shouldn't have been as much as what it was when it's only 7.5%. I mean, it is tasty though, but still, that's not the point. And cheers out there to people that are watching but not chatting. You lurkers! I've got my bubble gut shirt on today, representing the great beer man. Beer man's probably loose as now on and off air, drinking and smoking and singing. He's a good boy. It's like a comments thing. It says show comments on stage. Chat overlay lets you display live comments directly on your stream. Please note that some platforms like Twitch may have specific guidelines limiting display of comments from other destinations, so make sure to review your policies to stay compliant. There you go. Oh yeah, so that little blue screen, that there, the chat must appear in that now. That's pretty cool. I might have to leave that turned on and see what happens. Hopefully it warms a little and brings out some sweet vanilla or coconut. Oh, yeah. But yeah, as far as this brewery goes, I don't know if they're like hype. I have talked to one or two people that know them, and they seem to think that, yeah, they're sort of just a solid brewery, nothing special. But yeah, they were one of the main showcases at our US tap takeover here, which was pretty odd. I reckon they weren't able to get a lot of the names they normally get, and then because these guys haven't been to Australia before, they sort of bigged them up heaps. Just trying to be a little different. Cacao! Stop smacking your lips. My beard is very dry. I need a shower. Certainly wouldn't be any point going live and doing a hangout today. We could barely even get people to stick around in the chat. I need to work nights again. Damn it! I've got the two Easter beers from Mountain Culture that I had. I reviewed them and then I drank the other two cans on the weekend. I've still got some left in the cans because I wanted to take photos of them. So I've got to remember to go do that before it gets dark. I just wanted a photo of the can with the glass and just a little bit in the glass with the sun shining on it. Because they were good beers. Ooh, ooh. It'd be nice if it was barrel aged, this. It might bump the alcohol up to 8%. What a huge Imperial Stout. Yeah, that last sip definitely got a lot of chocolate and a little bit of vanilla. Coconut's just not hitting. It's almost like the beer needs to be warmer and it might come out, but maybe it just doesn't have much coconut in it. Some people mistaken coconut for vanilla and vice versa in beers, so it can be quite similar taste. Whew. Shout out to Nola. If you know, you know. New Orleans, Louisiana. Cheers, Chris. Good to see you, brother. I'm sitting in shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm freezing cold, bro. It's barely got over 10 degrees Celsius today. I think most of the day it's been down near zero. So it won't be long and we'll start getting bloody snow nearby and stuff. The mornings are real cold. As soon as I leave the front door and start taking off, I had a beanie on this morning and a hoodie, and it's ridiculous. If only I could wear my slippers at work. No, boy, you gotta wear the steel cap boots. Mm. So what's news, mate? Been taking that orange beast out for a spin? Same old for me. Just working, grinding, doing overtime, and then beers on the weekend or on a weeknight. Ugh. There's been some interesting characters, I'll tell you that much. Melbourne's just full of them now. Busting your hump. Yep. Oh, yeah, there we go. Messages down the bottom of the screen. Cool. It's good how it does that. So, yeah, it's like if you took off for a bit and you had other people on your show and they still wanted to see the comments, they scroll up on the screen like this, which is pretty cool. I might go a little more of that. Yeah, boy. Oh, it smells good. I feel like I'm smelling both vanilla and coconut now. I just needed a bit of warmth to shine. Yeah, that sucks. The Orange Crush. Yeah, that footage you had that you showed us on that stream was pretty cool. I'm assuming it's got really good acceleration. 0 to 100 in a pretty good speed. Oh, I can't get over how cold I am. You have to put a jumper on. I feel like I need a nice hot shower just to wake me up as well as to get warm. I reckon I would score this. I'm going to say a 4.3. I do like the flavour. I think it's actually quite tasty, and I could easily rate it higher. But I don't like the fact that it says Imperial Stout and it's only like 7.5%. That's absolutely ridiculous. I feel like I paid a lot more for it because it was an Imperial Stout, even though the ABV says not. Yeah, the adjuncts are awesome. Some more coconut would have been good, but it's still cold, so I feel like once it warms, more of the coconut will come out. Vanilla's definitely there, that nice sweetness sort of balancing the chocolate, making the chocolate taste more like milk chocolate than like your dark. Um, what else am I getting? Yeah, like as I said, caramel and chocolate and brown sugar from the malt, maybe a slight touch of biscuit, and then yeah, like chocolate and vanilla from the adjuncts. But yeah, good beer. I would highly recommend people to try this if they like chocolate in beer. Yeah, I remember you saying that. It's pretty cool. It's sad that they don't do Holden and Ford here anymore. Back in the early days, practically 90% of cars that people had were either Holden or Ford. Now you're just seeing all this Asian stuff. Yeah, chocolate's been there the whole time. I feel like vanilla's come out a lot more. Um, yeah, roasty, but the sweetness cuts through, which is pretty cool. You're getting sweetness from the cacao and the vanilla. It's like fairly creamy body. But yeah, I just can't get past the fact that it's an Imperial Stout and it's only 7.5%. I feel like I've been gypped. Um, yeah, yep, the stinger. Cheers, Jimmy. Good to see you, brother. You've had some good beers on the old Insta lately too. Get on the beers, bro. What time is it? I could do a separate stream and we could have a beer together if you want. That would be pretty cool. 8:30 a.m. here. Yeah. Or what if I maybe did a hangout a little later, so you could have like a late morning lunchtime sort of beer, unless you want to crack one early. But yeah, the good thing is it's only early afternoon for me. I've only had the one beer, but my my worry is, yeah, my worry is if I kept going and tried to keep going for a while, I'd get sleepy. But yeah, if I could probably, because I was considering having a couple of hours nap and then yeah, having a few beers later, then it'd be a lot easier. If you're going to be about, we could do something. I just wanted to do this beer review now, straight after work, because I thought there'd be some Americans around to watch it. And I just felt like a beer straight after work. You know the feeling. It's never too early. But yeah, if you feel like one in a couple of hours, dude, we could share a beer or couple together if you can. It'd be good to see you. I think the last time we hung out was at me, you, and Craig. Yeah, cheers, Chris. Yeah, I'm bloody cold. I never get cold, but I'm freezing today. I just need to put more clothes on. Doesn't help either. I've got the back door open because of the dog. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was the last one. Was it me, you, and Craig, or me, you, and Josh? Or was it Drew? I can't remember. I remember it being me, you, and someone else, so there was three of us. Might have been Drewy. Miscellaneous. Because yeah, I got a one thing I want to do after this is have a bite to eat, some lunch, like late lunch, and then maybe even do another beer review or have a nap for an hour or two, and then yeah, I could have some drinks a bit later. But yeah, if you're not sure what you're doing yet, send us a message later on. I should probably wrap this up. It's been going for a while. Um, so I give a score? Yeah, 4.3 out of 5. I think the adjuncts are good. Yeah, probably just needs some more coconut. It's just not sort of showing enough. Um, Bit more of an oily, sort of slightly thicker body would have been awesome. Yeah, the chocolate was a huge plus. Very, very nice. Yeah, it's probably a good first beer to have from them. Be interesting to see what their IPAs are like. I think they had a bit of a mix of IPAs, and I reckon they had like a sour or something like that. Yeah, yeah, cool, dude. Yeah, just send us a message and see where I'm at if you are keen for a beer. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on. I'm gonna jog on. So yeah, this was falling into place. Imperial Stout, conditioned on coconut, cacao nibs, and Tahitian vanilla beans by Aurora out of upstate New York. And yeah, I've still got a bit there, but I want to take a photo of this one outside. I'm out, peeps. I will see you probably a little later. Cheers.